Imagine this. You've been wronged by a powerful enemy, your land stolen, your inheritance taken, your family stripped of their honor. Now, you and your people are on the verge of fighting back. But just when you think victory is within reach, someone betrays you. Someone you trusted, someone who's supposed to be on your side. This is the story of the Pampanga Revolt, an uprising that almost shattered the Spanish hold in the Philippines, but fell apart because of one devastating act of betrayal. What happens when your own people turn against you? It's the year 1585, and the Spanish colonizers have been in the Philippines for almost a century. They've conquered much of the land, claiming it as their own, and they've brought a brutal system of control. But one group of people, the Kapampangan, who once held power as Datas tribal chiefs, are now at the mercy of the Spanish. Their land, their traditions, their heritage, all of it taken away by Encomienda Spanish landowners who were granted control over the native Filipinos and their land. Under the Encomienda system, the Kapampangan were forced to work the land they once ruled, while their Spanish masters lived in luxury. The humiliation, the betrayal, it was too much to bear. They had lived as kings of their lands, only to see foreigners come in and take everything they had. And so, the whispers began, whispers of rebellion, whispers of revenge. Led by local leaders, a secret meeting was held. They plotted an uprising. They would strike back, reclaim their land, their rights, and their dignity. Their plan: storm Intramuros, the heart of Spanish power. The rebellion would shake the very foundations of Spanish rule in the Philippines. But there was one problem. The Kapampangan leaders knew they couldn't take on the Spanish Empire alone. They needed help, and they found it among the Filipino soldiers who were already part of the colonial system. There was a plan in place, but it had one fatal flaw. One of the conspirators made a mistake. They trusted someone they shouldn't have. A Filipino woman, married to a Spanish soldier, overheard the plans. She wasn't just any woman. She had access to information. She knew how serious this rebellion was, and she knew what it could mean for her people. But she also knew what it would mean for her if the plot succeeded. The Spanish would surely punish her. So she made a choice, a dangerous one. She betrayed her own people, reporting the conspiracy to the Spanish authorities. Before the rebellion could even begin, the plot was exposed. The Spanish acted quickly. They sent out a force of Spanish and Filipino colonial troops, led by Governor General Santiago de Vera. The Kapampangan leaders, unaware of the betrayal, were preparing for the revolt of their lives. But instead of rising up, they found themselves trapped. The Spanish troops stormed the Kapampangan villages. The leaders were captured. It all happened so fast. The plan, which had seemed like it would change everything, collapsed in a matter of hours. The conspirators were arrested, their dreams of justice crushed in an instant. And then came the most heartbreaking part: their executions. The Spanish didn't waste time. They were taken to the public square, and in front of their own people, they were summarily executed by a ruthless Spanish official named Christian Cruz Herrera. The rebellion was over before it even started. The leaders who had hoped to regain their land, their power, their dignity were now dead. Their hopes dashed, their people left to suffer under the Spanish yoke. But even in death, their sacrifice would not be forgotten. The flames of rebellion that had burned so brightly, though extinguished, would inspire generations to come. The Pampanga Revolt may have been crushed, but the fight for justice didn't end there. The suffering of the Kapampangan people continued, but so did the desire for change. The flames of rebellion had been snuffed out, but the spark remained alive in the hearts of those who dreamed of freedom. This story reminds us of the price of justice. It shows us what happens when the oppressed rise up, only to be betrayed. And it teaches us that the fight for freedom, no matter how it ends, leaves behind a legacy that cannot be erased. The Pampanga Revolt is just one chapter in the long history of the Filipino struggle for independence. But it's a chapter worth remembering. If you found this story moving, if it made you think about the price of justice and the struggles of those who fought for freedom, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this story with others and help us keep these untold tales of heroes alive. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and never forget the power of standing up for what's right.